and we're going to go all the way down to December the 24th. We're going to start from, so we're only going to simulate like 1 week, 1 week, one session. That's going to be New York session. We're going to try to see if we can find some, consistencies. All right, get dates. All right, we got some dates over here. We got July, June, July, September. Let's do March. Let's do 24. Actually, let's do July. 15th July 2018. All right, let's do 15th July 2018. So first we're going to download the data. We're going to simulate GJ here, our favorite. Oh, GJ already has the data. Oh, someone said June. Okay, what was the June? I think June one was the 24th June. All right, let's do 24th June. 24th June, GJ, we got GJ over here. 24th June, the 24th. What we're going to do is we're going to keep, we're going to start with 5,000. Time is going to be near close, leverage, let's do like 1 to 200, no big deal. Initial history on charts, 100 days, that's what we want. All right, lock and load. From here, we're going to add the charts. We're going to add the weekly. Actually, we're going to start with the weekly. If anyone's wondering what's the name of the simulator, I know a lot of people are going to message me again now asking me. The name is right down over here. You can see it right over here. It says the name Soft for FX. This is the name. I don't know how clear we can get with this name, but this is the name right here. So make sure you can, I don't know, like do what you want, but that's the name right there. I know someone's probably going to mess that up too, but oh well. That's how the cookie crumbles. So we got the daily, we got the 4 hour. This is where we add charts. We load up the charts. So we're adding charts to the database. And after these charts are added to the database, what we're going to do is we're going to load them up on the screen. I'm only going to go towards the 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, and yeah, that's about it. We're going to load them all up one by one, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all loaded up here. We're going to go to our naked charts. Put them all naked. Weekly, we're going to go to naked on the daily. Naked over here. Yeah, just bear with me, man. Naked over here and naked on the 15-minute time frame here. Okay, perfect. So we got this. We got the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and whatever. Okay, awesome. So first of all, what we need to do is right now we cannot trade. The reason why we cannot trade right now is because the market is only opening and we don't know what's going to happen in our session. So we have to wait to get to our session before we try to trade, right? So we're going to wait for this and we're going to go towards the New York Open, the pre-New York, which is going to be, so this is, if you look at the time, this is 3 a.m. right here, 3 a.m., 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 a.m. Eastern is what we are right now, right? 6 a.m. Eastern. So if we're at 6 a.m. Eastern, now what we got to look at is now we got to see what's going on here. Perfect. Okay, so looking from the 4 hour chart, 4 hour, the previous candle, it created it created a low. The 4 hour created a low, but when we look left, it seems like that the 4 hour created a support down here previously, and it's also creating support over here too, right? So if this is a strong support, what are the chances? Okay, so now we got to play in the probabilities, right? What's the probability that the price will break the support compared to what's the probability that price will reject the support, right? I think the probability of price rejecting, yeah, exactly. Someone said 80% that there's going to be a chance that price will reject the support. So what we're going to do is now, if it's going to reject the support, we have to see if there's some support formed, right? So that support is going to be formed on the 1 hour time frame, right? So if you go to the 1 hour, we see some more information. And if we draw this box over here, see, we draw the same side with support. So now see, the 1 hour is kind of like messy. It's a little messy, right? So if it's a little messy, what we try to do is we're trying to break this down. So now this candle closed bullish, right? This candle created a big wick. So if, let's say for example, if price does respect this support and go up, you need to see where your target is going to be, right? The target is probably going to be right over here, because as you move up the candles, you see that, okay, this was the most recent resistance price created, right? So that's going to be possibly going to be the target. If that's going to be the target, where is our stop loss, right? Step 1 is most recent support. Step 2 is most recent resistance right over here, right? And now how big is this range? This range is 30 pips. Wow, man, this is a 30 pip range. This is actually a 30 pip range. So now we got to identify where our stop is going to be. So now if someone's going to take a buy over here, the stop is probably going to be below the previous candle, right? So what we got to do now is we got to go to the smaller time frame. Let's see the 30-minute time frame, and let's see if we can get some more information. Perfect. So now we are on the 30-minute time frame here. So 30-minute time frame is creating support. You know, our bias is that price should continue moving up right about here, right? So what's the probability of price going up rather than price going down? I would say the probability of price going up is way higher. So what we're trying to do is we're going to probably take a buy, having a stop below that candle, and potential target is going to be up over here. That's it. Very simple. Because on the 1 hour, this 1 hour candle closed bullish, but with a very small body, but a big wick rejection. This candle went bullish, but it came back down, closed bearish. So, I mean, 4 hours also rejecting this area. So if you look at the 4 hour candle cognitively, what happens if the 4 hour candle only went bearish for the first hour? You know, it's at the support. The previous time 4 hours here, there was a big rejection, right? So there is a little chance that there could be the same kind of big rejection. So we're going to play off of that. Let's see here. So our stop percentage risk is going to be 1% risk. Stop is going to be around 15 pips. And take a buy over here. Got stop right down there. Oh, need a bigger stop loss over here. Buy, perfect. Awesome. And target is up over here, and away we go. Let's take a look at the 15-minute here for a little bit. 15-minute is making higher highs and higher lows. 30-minute candle is bullish, so there's a higher chance for the next 30-minute candle to continue going bullish. Plus also we're at a very, very strong support too, so it should make sense. All right, so we're slowly moving and grooving over here, and oh, nice, we're moving. So if you see our P&L, if you see the pips over here, we're moving here. 30-minute candle is bullish. As long as this candle stays bullish, the trade should be good to go. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to make sure the stops are below the candles. Right there, and that's about it. If this candle breaks the low of the previous candle, then, this trade is no longer valid. So just basing it off of that. Ooh, looks like it's coming down hard. It's coming down. And it's about to close. 30-minute candle is about to close in 3, 2, 1. 30-minute candle closed. Let's take a look at the 15-minute candle. 15-minute candle tried to come down, but it left a rejection. 1 hour candle. Now, if you look on the 1 hour candle, the 1 hour candle, it hasn't broken the low of the previous 1 hour candle, right? So based on the higher time frame, which is the 1 hour, it hasn't broken the low of the previous one for the first half hour. So it just makes sense for the next half hour the 1 hour candle should continue moving bullish. So that's the idea here in the trade. So we're going to wait for the 1 hour candle to close, and if it moves bullish, perfect. If it doesn't, then we're going to get stopped out. Oh, position got stopped out. So that was uncalled for, actually. I mean, it shouldn't have stopped us out. But if it starts to go bullish, we could see, continuation here. Oh, I think that stop was way too low. That stop was way too tight. Now we look on the 1 hour. The 1 hour has essentially closed bullish now. Now it's on its way. If it's on its way, it's going to close bullish. The next 1 hour candle should fill this wick up over here. It's moving. We're up 20 pips. And this one should continue up and fill this wick at 145.300. If you look on the 30-minute candle, 30-minute candles are good to go. Yeah, so that was a trade. Here you mainly take profits or do whatever you got to do, but most important thing is you have to put stops at break even. When stops are at break even, you're closing half the positions. Let's say 0.30 is what you secured. Close. And you let the rest run. And that was your trade. That was your trade for the day. Yeah, that was the trade of the day. Perfect. So now we're going to go to our next session, right? So this is stops are at break even. Now, since it's breaking up this area, you start to look left. You see, okay, then maybe this is the next area right here where price might head off to. And after this, price might head off to your next area, which should be up over here around 145, 145.850. Okay, perfect. So let's go to, oh wow, it's just kept moving and moving. Perfect. So we're going to close this right over here, and we're going to go to the next New York session. Okay, so now this is another opportunity where price is going to continue moving up. You see how price broke out of this resistance? It made a high, came down, created like this candle closed bullish. It created a support. So if a stop is below the previous candle, this should continue up, fill this wick, and probably continue up further. But we're going to go to the next session here and see what happens. Oh, it didn't. But we look at the time here. There's low volume. Okay. Oh, wow. What's going on here with GJ? All right. Let's go to the next session here. So this is London Open, 10 a.m. London Open, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 a.m. Eastern once again. We are at 6 a.m. Eastern. That's the time I trade every day. So when you do simulation, it's very important that you only do simulations when it's time for you to trade. That is very, very important. So now we're going to start with the daily. When we look at the daily candles are, it seems like they're creating some sort of a resistance here for a continued move down. So if they were continuing to move down, it should come down to 144.676, but we're not sure. We have to look at it in more detail on the 4-hour time frame. So when we go to the 4-hour time frame, now we have some more information on the 4-hour time frame. Right? On the 4-hour, the candles are still bearish. With this bearish candle, it seems like it's at the support, or it's trying to do something at the support. We're not really sure, because it seems like the next 4-hour candle can continue moving down. But the only problem is that this 4-hour candle hasn't closed yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 1-hour time frame, and we're going to see some more information, because it seems like on the 1-hour time frame, this 1-hour candle closed below all this information here. Yes, that's correct. It closed below all this information here. So now when we go to the 30-minute time frame, we have the same information over here, right? So if we were going to take a sell over here, this sell would not make sense, because taking a sell over here, I mean, now you're saying that, okay, since price has made a low, for you to take a sell, you need a resistance formed at this level. At this level, you need a resistance formed so that, price came down, it needs to come up, make a resistance, and then continue moving down to eventually fill this wick. So that's what we're going to wait for. So we're going to wait and see what happens because, the last thing you want to do is to rush in a trade. That's a no-go to rush in a trade, mate. We don't want to rush in a trade because we got to wait for the price to do something we like. See this? It's broken below this support here, so we got to wait. If it comes down, so the first step is to identify the most recent support resistance. We got the resistance mark down over here, up over here at 145.240. The next one is down over here. So we got to wait. We got to wait and see what happens here. What days do you trade live? What days do you trade live? Well, Mr. iHus, you can scroll down and you can read the description. It says Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern. I don't know, man. Half the chat is blind, honestly. So we're just waiting for this candle to show some signs because if you look at the notes you've made, if price is going bearish, we need to sell it from a resistance. So right now it seems like it's creating a low over here. And it's going to come up, create a resistance, and then we can take a trade going down. So far, it's just heading down, so we don't know what's going on. Candle's going up on a Tuesday. 30-minute candle is about to close. 30-minute candle has closed at this resistance. Now, when the 30-minute candle has closed here, some people are going to turn around and say, okay, I got to take a sell. But the candle is bullish, man. The candle is bullish. The candle closed bullish. You need a bearish candle at this level forming so that you can take a sell. So that's what we got to wait for.
Yeah, so what I was doing is I drew out those two zones because the idea for me is this here is all just a zone that's pulling out. So once this candle here pulls away, we could already see this bullish move up. Your first target will go to here and then eventually go to here, if that's the bullish momentum that we want. But we're waiting for us to leave this zone so you can take trades above that green line.
Yes, perfect. So now you see the candle has closed bearish right here. So this could be a perfect opportunity to take a sell down to this area. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Since this candle has closed bearish, it's going to be like a 10-pip stop. We're going to have a 10-pip stop here. We're going to take a sell. Stop is above the previous candle. And yeah, should continue down. Now the stop loss is placed if in case this is not the case. If price does not go down and it closes back above this area, what's it, 145, 250, 60, then it should continue moving up. So we're just going to wait to see how this forms and reacts. Looking at the 15-minute candle, we're going bearish. 15-minute candle is going bearish. 15-minute candle has closed bearish. Looking at the 30-minute candle, it's still open. So we're going to wait to see how this closes. Looks like we're moving. We're looking at our P&L. We're up 2-3 pips almost. Now the thing is, if this sell doesn't work out, there we go. We got almost, maybe put stops at break even because the way it's moving, I'm not very positive. But if this sell does not work out, then the buys would play out because now when price, yeah, it's perfect. We had a bearish candle form. Now this should continue moving bearish. And we got 6, 7, 8. And this is a good trade. This is a very good trade. Let's look at the 15-minute candle here. 15-minute candle is about to close. If this continues in our direction, we should be in. We got stopped out. We got stopped out. So see, if you look on the 15-minute closed bullish. And that was the stop out of the trade. There was no reason to hold the trade because you see there's the support forming on the 15-minute down over here. So that was a good exit. So now, if price breaks above this area, then of course it's going to go to 145, 590, like these areas where Ted marked. So this is where our bias was bearish. We took the trade. It didn't work out. It's still open, so we just got to wait and see what happens. 30-minute candle is still open. Above the green line, buys would play out then. Because, now if this 30-minute candle breaks the high of the previous 30-minute candle, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Okay, 30-minute candle closed. 30-minute candle closed bullish. There are no sells and there are no buys either. So when we look at the news, let's take a look at the news here. There's no news coming soon, but if we look on the 1 hour time frame here, 1 hour is also now trying to close bullish. So it's kind of ranging now. So see, we had the big move down. Now price is ranging. And in this range, we only took one trade. We're not trying to overtrade, not trying to do anything, but above this line should be good for buys, which is trying to move up. So this is good. So now see, this 30-minute candle has broken the high of the previous 30-minute candle. So if this does continue up, there's no reason to worry about missing the buys because we're not missing anything. Because we might be able to catch those buys. Also, you have to understand the 4-hour candle is about to close. Price has left the zone. Yes, Ted is correct. Price has left the building. All right, so this is where experience comes into play, that if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, rejecting that area, there's a higher chance for the next 30-minute candle to continue on bullish. So then what this means is that next 30-minute candle should respect the low of the previous 30-minute candle. Does this make sense? Right? Since we couldn't maintain our move down, this 30-minute candle should respect the low of the previous 30-minute candle and continue moving up if it's going to be an uptrend. And that's all what we're going to play off of. So now if we're saying that should continue up, where's the target? Maybe the target is going to be up over here, 145, 600, let's say, to be safe, 600. So that's the idea we're going to play off of here. We're going to take a buy based on the fact that if it's moving bullish, it should respect the low of the previous 30-minute candle, which was bullish, and it should continue on bullish. Now, we're not going to keep this area in mind because this was in the past. What we're keeping in mind is this clean move that happened, which came down. So where there should be a mirroring move in the same direction. Like a mirroring move, which mirrors the move to the left. That's what we're looking at. Because if this area was of some significance, then this move down should have reacted to this area, but it didn't. So see, the 30-minute candle is moving up. We got 10, 11 pips. We're going to close one position right over here, and we're going to trail our stop. If we think price is going to continue moving up, price should continue making higher highs and higher lows. So we're going to trail the stop in the anticipation that price should continue moving bullish. That's what we're going to do. See, 30-minute candle closed bullish. Now this should also continue going bullish. We look on the 1 hour. 1 hour is bullish as well. The previous 1 hour closed above the previous 1 hour candle, the bearish one. The 4 hour has just formed. It seems like the 4 hour can go bearish. So, okay, now you see, it seems like the 4 hour can go bearish, right? Because the previous 4 hour was bearish. It seems like it can come down to fill the wick. But, now this is where it's very important. The higher time frame bias is bearish, right? The 4 hour, it seems like making higher, lower lows and lower highs. It could come down and fill this wick. But when you go to the 1 hour time frame, you see that, hey, the trend is now shifting. It's kind of changing here a little bit. So when you go to a 30-minute time frame, you get more confirmations that, oh, okay, maybe the trend is like shifting a little bit. So as long as price stays above the low of the previous one, this should continue moving bullish. So maybe put this stop at break even and, just let it run. Because when you trade, you got to protect yourself. You can't have no losses. Oh, got stopped out. Oh, well, that's okay. We got stopped out, still got a winning trade, 2 days up 2.5%, risking 1% per trade. Oh, okay. Let's go to the next bar over here. Let's see what it does because, oh, wow, look at that. It's moved up and higher. Nice, perfect. Let's go to the next day here. The next day is going to be 4 a.m., 4, 5, 6. 6 a.m. Eastern. Again, we are at 6 a.m. Eastern. So we come back to the charts at New York Open. It's a Wednesday. Let's check the news here. The news is, we got some USD news here coming soon. So looking at the daily, looks like the daily is rejecting from a support at 144.899, right? So this is the most recent support on the daily, and the most recent resistance on the daily is going to be somewhere over here, right? Or maybe you can have it somewhere over here, right? So now if this is most recent resistance with these two candles, this is the most recent support with these two candles. So when you measure your range is like 60 pips, this is a 60 pip range. So when you, this is a 4 hour. Okay, this is the daily right here. My bad. That's the 4 hour. Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay. So this is a 4 hour, right? All right. So this is a 60 pip range on the 4 hour. Okay. So now when we go to the 1 hour time frame, we see that the 1 hour also rejected from over here, right? And now the 1 hour candles are entering in all this consolidation garbage here, right? So when you look at it closely, we had this bearish candle that came down, and it came down from this area here, right? And then you have some more resistance here. So maybe this is an area where price come up to, and price might come up here and say, oh, well, I don't like this area, so might want to reject it because the high time frames are bearish. If you look on the daily time frame, the daily is really, really bearish, right? So there's a high chance daily can continue moving down because the previous daily candle also closed bearish. Okay, so we're going to let it play and we're going to see what happens. We're going to draw our most recent resistance up over here, right over here, and we're going to see how price reacts to it. Essentially, price did create a low. If price created a low, what we learned was that there's a higher chance that price might retest that low. So we're going to see what happens here. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. Let's clone these boxes on all time frames. Clone them to the 30-minute time frame. We have them here. Perfect. So we're now looking at the 30-minute time frame. So now the idea is that we want a candle to finish bearish so we can take a sell down to retest that low. That is the idea. Rodolfo is my biggest hater on Instagram. He comments on my posts. He comments on my stories. I love Rodolfo, man. Rodolfo's awesome. All right. This candle's about to close very soon. We're going to wait to see how it closes. All right. The 30-minute candle has closed bearish. Now, when we look on the 15-minute time frame, you have to see now the 15-minute. Now, someone can turn around and say, oh, yeah, what we learned was that this 30-minute candle has closed bearish. So this means that the next candle should go bearish as well. But the problem is that on the 15-minute, we're still holding this little issue here. So for the 30-minute candle to go bearish, it needs to break below the low because this is not a very strong bearish candle. It's a very weak bearish candle. So I'm willing not to, I'm not going to probably execute on that bearish candle. I'm probably going to wait because it's a weak bearish candle. Looks like it's continuing up here. If this candle closes bullish, might have to change my bias, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Okay, it's going bearish. 15-minute candle is closing. Close bearish. Yeah, just waiting. Oh, wow. Look at that drop. Drop in and going up. Should have been a good trade here. What, like 10, 11, 12 pips? It's not too bad. Okay, 30-minute candle has closed bearish over here now. 1 hour candle has also closed bearish. This is a good opportunity to take a sell with a 13 pip stop. Let's do this. Take a sell. Now the idea would be that this should continue moving down to at least this wick over here around 144.990, which is going to be around like, 10, 11 pips. All right, perfect. So it's kind of moving down. Let's go to the trades. The first half, oh, perfect. There we go. Probably close half of the position. 0.35, close this. Put stops at, maybe bring the stops down because the first half of the 30-minute candle is about to close, The first half of the 30-minute candle is about to close, which is the 15-minute. So if the first half has made a high, then the second half should have no business in, breaking that high. All right, so probably going to close all over here. Close everything there because, there's news coming soon and we go. Perfect trade. Price made a low, came up, created a resistance, entered on confirmation, and there was a high chance for it to continue down to retest that low. Now, will price continue down to retest the entire low, or will it just go down to like a certain point? That's what we don't know. That's why I close before it finishes the entire low. So, that was still a good trade idea. Oh, nice. This is actually coming down. So it looks like the 4-hour candle should go bearish here. Interesting. Oh, wow. Do you see that? Holy. Now Rodolfo's going to say, oh, he left money on the table. Stupid ass. I mean, this is what GJ does, man. I mean, what can you do with GJ? Yeah. See, now GJ is still at this level here. If GJ breaks above this level, it's going up. Someone asked how to keep grid off the table. You go to properties, you go to colors, and you change the color of the grid to white, and it keeps it off the table. Yeah, GJ, I mean, man, this is everyday move on GJ. I mean, what can you do? We got news in 30 minutes, so let's go to the news here. We're going to see how the news comes out. Oh, see this? Now the 30-minute candle has closed above 145.200. So now this is a very, very important part in price, okay? Now, take a look at this. We had support here. We had support here. We had resistance here, right? We had resistance here. So now this candle broke above, and now for price to respect this area, this current bearish candle needs to respect this area to continue up, but if it closes below, let's say 145.200, there's a high chance price will continue moving down. That's it. So we're just waiting for a candle to close and see where it closes. If it closes below 145.200, it's going to come down. If it closes above 145.200, it's going to go up. I mean, trading doesn't get any simpler than that. Wait. Oh, this is the news candle. News is coming up. We got 15-minute candle. We got it right over here. So looking for a sell. Before you look for a sell, you need to identify where your stop loss is going to be. That's something you need to identify first. So where is your stop loss going to be? So your stop is probably going to be around 17, 18 pips. That's a very big stop loss. Someone asked close on what time frame? You can see the time frame we're on. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I'm not entering anything right now because this is news time and things are going nutty. So we're going to wait. Because right now, trading right now makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all because, I mean, Candles are haphazardly moving and just insane. So we gotta wait. Looking at the 4 hour, let's take a look at the 4 hour. Let's zoom out here a little bit. Looks like 4 hour, if it drops, it can drop further down. So we have to wait. Okay, this is the new 4 hour candle started. We have the 1 hour candle that is bearish. We have the 30-minute candle that is also bearish. But the good thing is the 30-minute candle, it closed below this area, right? It closed below this area right over here. So there's a higher chance for the 30-minute candle to continue moving down. But our stop has to be above the high of the previous 30-minute candle, right? So I want my stop to be around 10, 12 pips. So if I measure, maybe I want to enter somewhere around 145, 170. That's where maybe I want to enter. 145, 170. So we're going to wait to see if price comes up there, because if price comes up there, then we can have a stop loss, a safe stop, and then GJ can go on its merry way going down. Come up some more. Oh, there we go. Came up. It's coming up. So now, this is the trick right now, right? The trick is that since the bias is bearish based on this 30-minute candle closing below 145, 200, now we're not looking at the wicks. We're not looking at the wicks. We're looking at where price is closing, right? So this big black candle closed below 145, 200. This candle closed below 145, 200. What are the chances of this candle respecting the high and closing below 145, 200? I think the chances are pretty high, and that's the bias that I'm gonna go off of. So maybe put a stop above this candle, like around, let's say, like 10 pips. 10 pips, open sells and let it go. I mean, if it breaks this high, then this sell is no longer valid like that. See, that sell is no longer valid. So yeah, I mean, what can you do, man? This is GJ. After all that explanation, boom. Yeah, so I mean, this is a losing day here. Yeah, I'm going to classify this as a losing day. So trading time is ended. So we're going to move to the next trading day. So we had 2 wins, 1 losses, right? See this? Now trading day has ended. I mean, look, trading day has ended now. So we're going to move to the next one. And, oh, it's actually falling before Asian session. Interesting. Oh, it fell in Asian session. Nice. All right. Let's go to the next day. There we go. Rodolfo, stupid idiot. All right, 3 a.m., 3, 4, 5, 6. We are at 6 a.m. Eastern. We've taken 3 trades. 2 are wins, 1 is losses. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily is heading down clearly. We have a bearish trend on the daily time frame. And now what we got to do is we got to look at the 4-hour time frame here. And when we go look at the 4-hour time frame, what we see that the 4-hour is actually ranging right now. See this range? 4-hour is in a range, and this is a, let's see how big this range is. This is a 48 pip range. So in this range, this is going to be pretty hard to trade because I mean, we don't basically know what's going to happen, or like when is it really going to break out of this range. So what we got to do is we got to wait and we got to see what the 1 hour is doing. So now looking at the 1 hour time frame, we have a support forming right over here. And then if we look up, we have some sort of a resistance forming right up over here. But at the same time, what we see on the 1 hour time frame, that we have a candle that is bullish on the 1 hour time frame. So then you got to ask yourself, okay, what's the probability for the next candle to continue going bullish, right? And I think the probability is going to be, let's take a look on the 30-minute here too. See what's going on here in the 30-minute time frame. And we're going to have some more information. Ooh, 30-minute candle is also bullish, but at the same time, It's at this mini resistance right over here. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, 4 hours. We're just very unsure what the 4-hour candles are trying to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait to see if we get any confirmations, because if this falls further down, looking at the daily, man, we could have a very, very nice trade. So we have to wait. We have to wait. For sells, I think we'll have to wait here as well. All right, so looks like we're waiting. Perfect. All right, so if we zoom into the candles here, let's draw our zone. Our zone is going to be somewhere over here. And then this zone, we can kind of neaten it up because we're looking at where the candles are closing. Perfect. Let's zoom out here a little bit. So on the 4 hour, if we zoom out, if we break this support, we're heading down to, what's this, 143,678. Yeah, that could be our next zone there, 143,678. Right there, if we break the support. But if we break this resistance, we're heading up to 145 even. So we'll have to wait and see. We got the 1 hour, we got the 30 minute. 30 minute, I'm going to be looking for sells if we break below 144,286. That's where I'm going to be looking for sells. Looks like we're rejecting that area. Oh, we're coming down, 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 down. See, the thing is, I don't want to miss these sells. That's the whole problem. Even though simulation, we have to wait for this candle to close. 15-minute candle has closed. 15-minute candle has closed bearish in a range. 30-minute candle is still open, but the 30-minute candle has broken the low of the previous 30-minute candle in a downtrend. 4 hour is in a resistance over here. Now, what are the chances? What's the probability that the 4 hour candle can continue moving down? Because if you look at the time, this is almost the first half of the 4 hour candle closing. First half of the 4 hour candle closing, right? And if the first half of the 4 hour candle moved up to create a top wick, the second half technically should continue down and fill this daily range down at the bottom. You know, so maybe on the 30-minute time frame, if this 30-minute time frame has slightly broken the low of the previous 30-minute time frame, maybe having a stop above the 30-minute candle would be logical, I'd say. It would be like 13 pip stop, 13, 14 pip stop would be logical. And that's also above the 1 hour, the 4 hour candle here too. So let's keep it up over here a little bit, move it up a little higher, like that. And we're going to move this up a little higher too, like that. Because if the momentum is down and price is ranging, a 30-minute candle is about to close bearish. If it closes bearish, we're going to have continuation for price to continue moving down. It's closing in 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, close. 30-minute candle has closed. So if we look at more detail, if you look at the way this 30-minute candle closed, this 30-minute candle closed below 1, 2, 3, 4 30-minute candles. So now there's a higher chance for this 30-minute candle to maybe come up to create a wick or whatever, and then continue moving down to fill this wick. And if it has more legs, it can continue moving down to our target. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. It's coming up to create a wick. If it's creating a wick, then this is good. And it should drop down. Once this 30-minute candle, oh no, come on. Oh, that's too bad. That was uncalled for. Oh, I guess we're still good. We're good. Nice. See, 30-minute candle has closed bullish, but when we look on the 1 hour candle, 1 hour is still bearish, you know, and the 4 hour is also bearish. So we are still in this trade here based on the 1 hour candle closing bearish. So technically speaking, this candle should also continue moving bearish. And overall, the 4 hour candle should continue moving bearish as well. The daily candle is also bearish. It should continue moving bearish as well. So now the 4 hour candle is moving bearish. 1 hour candle has broken the low of the previous 1 hour candle a little bit. The 30-minute candle has broken the low of the previous 30-minute candle. The new 30-minute candle has formed. Now see, now this 30-minute candle should respect the high of the previous 30-minute candle. So this is another opportunity to take some more sells, because if you look on the 30-minute candle, this is now closed below all the previous 30-minute candles. You know, so now this is an opportunity where you can say, okay, perfect. This makes sense. The probability of price to continue down is higher than price to go up. You know, so this keeps you in the trade. While you're in the trade, what you want to do is you want to probably protect your stops here as well. And as your position starts to go in profits, you start taking them off the table, like, 10 pips, 11 pips. So good to go. 30-minute candle has closed and we're moving down, closing 12 pips here, 12 pips over here. We have a runner, which is 16 pips and 20 pips and 21 pips. We're closing 21 pips and 18 pips and running down. And we're going to close half the position over here and put stop the break even. Oh, that was fun. All right, close this, put stops at break even, and let the runner run. Sold. Yeah, letting the runner run, and yeah, I mean the run is running now. So if we zoom out on the 4 hour, we are coming down, and let's go to see how this hour closes. Oh wow, this hour actually closed in 40 pips. So we're going to close this position right here. That was our trade for the day. Let's see what happens next. Oh, what the fuck? GJ. Wow. GJ. All right. Let's go to our last trade here. Oh, god damn. It's actually went up. So this is 3 a.m. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 a.m. Eastern. So we have taken 4 trades, 1 loss and 3 wins. The daily has rejected. The daily has entered this area here, 145.887, which seems like a good resistance area. What we're going to do is we're going to now look at the 4 hour chart and see what's happening on the 4 hour chart. So we're going to remove all this garbage because we have to do analysis again. All right, so remove all this, remove all this. Right, so first of all, step number 1, we have resistance on the daily and we have support on the daily. Step number 1 on the 4 hour is to identify a, price is going up, so we have to identify a support. So maybe a support could be somewhere over here, because this was resistance. Remember where these candles rejected it? So this might be some sort of a support, right? Now, if price is heading up, where will it head off to? Maybe we have this area here, and then we have maybe this area here. Now keep that in mind. These are some very big areas, man. So we have to measure this. This is like 70, 60 pips away. God damn. This is like 40, 50 pips away. Yeah, these are pretty big areas. So we have to stay calm and we have to understand that, okay, what's going to happen and how can we, do things here. But so far, what we see here is that price made a high, right? Price made a high. Now, think about this, right? Price made a high and price has to make a low to then retest that high. That's going to be the trade. So now when we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, we have some more information. Look at this, man. We have some awesome information here. That 1 hour candles, this is actually going to be the best trade. This is going to be the trade of the day here. If this creates a support here to go up to retest this high, this is going to be the perfect trade that we have learned. Awesome. So we got to wait for price to come down here because this was resistance on the 1 hour. Price broke it. It has to come down and then go up. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Wait and see what happens. Yeah, we gotta wait. Look at this 30-minute chart. 30-minute is like this. Let's bring this up a little bit here. Bring this up over here. Ooh, wow, man, this thing is twitching. Yeah, we have to wait for this to close. We need a bullish close here. Without a bullish close, we can't do anything. Remember that. We need a bullish close to take buys. Without a bullish close, we can't do anything. Price made a high, and our only aim is to see if we get a confirmation here for price to go up to retest that high. That's all what we're looking for today, mate. So this candle is about to close. If this candle closes bullish, we can take a buy. 3, 2, and 1. And 1. Nice. We have a bullish candle close on the 30-minute. So what did we learn in our this little webinar here? What did we learn? Price makes a high, price comes down, makes a support, candle closes bullish, and then there's a high chance price will go up to retest that high. So bon voyage, mate. Bon voyage. Bon voyage, mate. We shall continue on to the promised land and get those highs. There we go. We got 12 pips over here. We're secure. We're securing positions, and we're letting one run to see. I'm actually going to close this half over here because what if it comes down, right? Yeah. And we say bon voyage. 20 pips. Yep. That was just perfect. God damn. Oh, see this 30-minute candle making higher highs and higher lows? This just increases its chances to continue moving higher. So let's take a look at the 1-hour candle. The 1-hour candle is still bullish. If this 1-hour candle closes bullish, man, this is going to be the trade of the fucking day. Trust me. Trust your man, Raja, man. Trust me. Look at this. This is going up. Candle's about to close in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We have this candle closed. The 1-hour candle has closed bullish, right? Now, oh, fuck. Yeah, this is a big ass stop loss. Perfect. So what we can do is, since the 1-hour candle has closed bullish, we can trail our stop up now, right? We can trail our stop up. We can trail our stop up now and, maybe take another entry once price comes down to this area, so we can take another entry. Because if this 1-hour candle has closed bullish, there is 100% chance price will come up here and retest that high. There's 100% chance that that's going to happen. So that's the idea we're going to go off of, and we're going to wait and see what happens here, because we want a better entry here to take a buy, because 30-minute candles are making higher highs and higher lows, and this is just amazing, man. Look at this. Look at this price. This is going to come down, and we're going to take a buy and put a stop below the 1-hour candle, and this is going to continue moving up. By the way, I do appreciate for people sticking here for the hair with me. It's been 3 hours. I do appreciate it. But we got to get this trade done, man. This is going to be the full margin trade. But keeping in mind that even though this is going to be the full margin trade, it doesn't count. If you look at our P&L, 8% in 4 days. Okay? 8% in 4 days, 4 trades, 3 wins, 1 losses. All right. So this is just concepts being used, what we've learned in the webinar. All right. So we're going to do a full margin trade over here. All right. We're coming down. Come on down. Okay. So put a stop below this 1-hour candle. It's 9 pips. Let's do like 9.5. 9.5. Actually, we won't do full margin. We'll do like a little less margin. So see this 1 hour candle closed with no wick at the bottom. When a candle closes with no wick at the bottom, please make a note of this, please. When candle closes with no wick at the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to go down. And Astro FX won't teach you this. They will just tell you some weird stuff. So you see the 30-minute candle also didn't close with no wick at the bottom. So this creates its probability to go up even higher. You know, the 4-hour candle also started. 4-hour candle closed above that. Well, doesn't matter because the 1-hour candles are, you know, they're in an uptrend here. So we're moving here. This should continue moving up. Since this is a full margin trade. Oh yeah, someone's drawing candles here. Since this is a full margin trade, we're going to probably close some positions, probably put some at break even over here. There we go. We got everything at break even. Then nothing can touch us. Nothing can touch us right now. There we go. Closed, secured positions, and nothing can touch us. This is going to continue up, and this is going to be the best Christmas for everybody because this webinar is really going to set you up for 2020. You know, for market fluidity, we've created a ecosystem where you join, you ask questions, you send charts, we analyze those charts. Every 2 weeks, we have webinars. And as you can see, this candle is now going to flip bullish and it will retest the high it created that we signified before. I mean, it's just so simple. Seriously, it's just so simple. Doesn't get any better than that. And if you look at the time, this is close to London Open, and London Open has a lot of volatility. And if that is true, this candle should go all the way up. Because, London close. Getting excited over here. London close has a lot of volatility, and this should, theoretically speaking, this should just blast off. Look at the 30-minute. Yeah, this should blast off. 15-minute, blast off. Come on. We got 15 minutes left here, boys. This has got to go. If this is going to go, this has got to go. Come on. Push. Oh, man. Holy. Yeah, perfect. That was our trade for the day. Perfect. Awesome, man. Thank you for everyone who showed up. This webinar is recorded. This was recorded. This will be on YouTube till the 30th December. Till the 30th December, this will be on YouTube. So if you want to download it, whatever, you want to rewatch it, you're going to tell your friends about it, you're going to send it to other mentors, send it to all the mentors if you want, because this is going to be on the 30th December. I'm going to take it off from YouTube, right? Everyone who's in Forex family, this will be in the drive later on today. So have a great week. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. We'll see you in 2020. Whatever that fucking date is, we start the webinar. Let's see here. January. What is it? Yeah, Monday, 13th January. We're going to restart. Take care, everyone. God bless.